Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Code with Hafiz. This is Hafizullah Masoudi, and in this video I will show you how to create authentication system using Fortify in Laravel 8. So let's start, guys. Well, first of all, we have to install a new fresh Laravel 8 project in our WAMP directory. So to do that, let's open a command prompt window. Let me zoom it a little bit. Now first let's navigate our WAMP directory. So cd //wamp 64/www, enter. And to install a new Laravel 8 project, let's go to the documentation and click on this installation via composer. Let's copy this command and get back to the command prompt window and paste it. And for the app name, let's say Laravel 8 auth and press enter. So guys, our project has been installed successfully. Now the next part is to install Bootstrap 5, Jquery and popper.js. So let's start by installing Bootstrap 5 first. So in the browser, let's open a new tab and search for Bootstrap. And in here, let's click on this first link. Well, we want to install Bootstrap 5 using yarn. So in here, what we can do is scroll down and let's click on this read installation docs. And in here, if I scroll down, well, this is installing Bootstrap using npm, and this is using yarn. So let's copy this line of command and get back to the command prompt window. Well, before installing Bootstrap, let's navigate to our project folder. So for that, we can say cd Laravel 8 auth and press enter. Now we can paste our command and press enter. Now let's install Jquery. So let's get back to the browser, open a new tab and search for Jquery. Let's click on this first link. Now in here, guys, let's click on this download. And if I scroll down, let's copy this yarn at Jquery and get back to the command prompt window and paste the command and press enter. So after Jquery, guys, let's search for popper.js. So open a new tab and popper.js. Well, let's click on this first link, and in here, guys, let's go to this documentation. And if I scroll down, this is installing popper.js using yarn. So let's copy this command and get back to the command prompt window and paste it and press enter. So guys, let's open our project in text editor. So what we can do is, in this command prompt window, we can type code and space dot and press enter. And in here, if we open this package.json, you can see these are the dependencies that we have installed for our project. So now in our command prompt window, we can simply run yarn to install all the dependencies. So guys, after this, now we have to make some minor changes in our project. So first of all, let's open our webpack.mix.js. And in here, what we can do is, let's first change this post CSS to Sass. After that, let's also change the CSS extension to SCSS and this CSS folder to Sass also. Save it, and in here let's also say dot source maps. Now the next part is to import Bootstrap, Jquery and popper.js in our project. So let's close this file and let's go to this resources. But before everything, let's change this folder name. So let's rename it to Sass. And inside the Sass folder, let's rename this file extension to SCSS? Well, let's first import our Bootstrap. So in here what we can do is say at import, and in here let's say bootstrap slash SCSS slash bootstrap, and that's for the Bootstrap. Now let's import our Jquery and popper.js. So let's go to JS and bootstrap.js, and what we can do in here is at the top, let's say, or we can paste the code. So let's paste it here, and in here we are importing our popper.js, and this is for the Jquery. Now let's save our code and let's run yarn run watch. So let's get back to the command prompt window, and in here let's say yarn run watch. And guys, you can find the source code in the description, so if you have any kind of problems you can use the source code. Well guys, if you get any errors while running yarn run watch for the first time, don't panic, just run the command again and it will be good to go. As you can see, now it's running as it should. So let's wait for it to finish. So guys, now let's set up our Laravel Fortify for Laravel authentication. So what we can do is get back to the Laravel documentation, and in here if I scroll to the top, let's go to this packages, and in here let's open this Fortify, and in here let's scroll down. Yeah, this is for the installation. So let's copy this composer command and let's open a new command prompt window. Well, first let's navigate our project folder. So cd /vamp64/www/laravel 8auth, and let's paste our command and press enter. So after installing Fortify guys, let's also copy the vendor files. So let's copy this command and get back to the command prompt window and paste it, press enter. Now let's get back to the documentation, but before migrating guys, let's also import our Fortify service provider class in our app.php. So let's copy this line of code and get back to the text editor. Well, first let's also zoom a little bit that you can see. So now let's go to this config folder and let's go to app.php, and in here let's scroll down. So let's paste our code after this auth service provider, and let's say : class. Now this is also done, so let's close this file. Let's close this one also and this one also. So now let's connect our database. So let's open our .env file and let's name our database Laravel 8auth, and let's also clear our config cache because we have made some changes in our .env file. So what we can do is say php artisan config : cache. Now let's create our database in Phpmy admin. So let's get back to the browser and let's open a new tab. Well, my WAMP server is already running, so localhost /phpmy admin. So in here guys, let's say new, and let's describe the database name that we described in our .env file, which is Laravel 8auth, and let's also select UTF-8 Unicode CI and create. Now the next part is guys to migrate all our tables, but before that let's also declare the default length for the fields of our tables. So to do that, let's get back to our code, and in here let's close the .env file, and let's go to this app providers and app service provider. At the top, let's duplicate this one and let's say facades / schema, and in the boot function let's say schema : default string length, and let's say 191. Close the file, and now let's migrate all our tables. So let's get back to the command prompt window, and in here let's say php artisan migrate. Press enter. Now the next part is, guys, to copy all the Fortify code from the documentation and paste it in our project. So let's get back to the browser, and in here let's go to this Laravel Fortify, and let's scroll down. Yeah, this is for the login blade. So let's copy it, get back to the text editor, and in here let's go to app providers Fortify service provider, and first let's use our user model at the top. So use app /models /user, and let's also use hash, and in here let's paste our code at the top of this code. Now let's also get back to the documentation and copy this login code. So get back to the text editor, paste it, and let's also indent it a little bit to have neat code. Now after this, let's get back to the documentation, and if I scroll down, yeah, let's also copy the code for registration. Yeah, this is the part for registration. So let's copy this code and get back to the text editor, paste it, and that's all. So guys, now let's create these two files. So what we can do is go to resources, views, and right click new folder, auth, and inside this folder let's say new file login.blade.php, and let's also create another file register.blade.php. So what we can do is, guys, copy everything and paste it here, and don't worry, I will provide the source code for you in the description of this video. So let's also copy the code for the register and paste it here. And one thing more, that if I show you, we have this layouts.app file, and the login and register files extend the all the styles from this layout.app file. So let's also create this folder and app file. So let's right click new folder, layouts, and inside layouts let's say new file app.blade.php, and let's also copy the code in here also. So paste it and save it. Now let's get back to the browser and check our code if it works. So in here let's say new tab, localhost / Laravel 8 auth, and in here let's go to this public folder. As you can see, we have this login and register link. Now if we click on the login, it shows empty, and that is because I think we didn't save the files. So let's save it. If you go back, refresh, yeah, it's working now just fine. So let's get back to the register. Let's register a user. So let's say Hafizullah at app.com, and password should be password This one should be password 2. Register. Well, don't worry about this because we don't have this home URL or route available for now. But if we check the database and go to Laravel 8 auth database and users table, as you can see, the user has been created successfully, and this is because that user is logged in right now. So to fix this problem, let's get back to our code, and what we can do is create a blade. So in here, let's say new file, home.blade.php, and we can copy the code also in here. So let's copy it, paste it, and let's also open our routes file. And in here, what we can do is, let's say route : get and /home, and let's say function, and in this function we want to return our home blade view. So let's say view home, and we also want to declare a middleware for this route. So let's say arrow middleware, and this one should be auth. Save it. Now if we go back to the browser, refresh, yeah, you can see we have this page now, and we can log out. So if we check the login also, let's log in as hafizullah@app.com, and the password is password, and everything is working just fine. So guys, this was how to create authentication system using Fortify and Laravel 8, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video. And if you enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share the video with your friends. So thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.